India is a market where it is impossible for the country to move ahead without your food habits and mine. We have only barely touched the beginning of the change, and they have to change much more. To an extent, the younger people are already demonstrating that by young people in my office who are, I like to say, who are below 32 years of age, are eating a meal at home probably 7 times in a week at the most.
Okay.
Whereas in your case and mine, you would not even be eating 7 times a week out. At least I do not. So I think that the food habits are therefore changing, and there's going to be enough and more growth. A lot more eating out, a lot more ordering in, and our entire positioning of the business is equipped for that.
Yeah,
that's what we are sitting for. Yeah.
What's the one segment? What's the one most exciting segment that you're betting on to drive this almost tripling of revenues in the next few years?
So I think that it's a loaded question that you're asking, and of the channels, different channels serve a different role. So first answer I would give is that depending on the year and the time of the year, different channels go through a cycle. Okay, and so some will surge ahead. Right now, what has happened in the last 12 months, one channel which has surged. So first, before I get to that, so one part of it is our whole strategy is to not bet on one channel, but to do a balancing act. Because कौन सा घोड़ा सबसे तेज भागना चालू करेगा, कभी वो मुझे मालूम नहीं है, और अचानक से ये वो भागेगा, अचानक से दूसरा कोई भागना चालू करेगा. One classic example of that is something which none of us read, at least we did not read it initially, but now it's the story is playing out, is this the 10-minute food delivery thing that is
quick
blown
commerce.
up. Yeah, and it is, and that too the food delivery. Now we expected the quick commerce to
you're saying food delivery in 10 minutes?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so the whole cafe, 10-minute cafe was a surprise to everybody. But the fact of the matter is, now will it become the core way of finding food? Definitely not. I don't see that happening. But does it have a place in India? Yes, we've got this bizarre... Indians have got now this addicted to this 10-minute thing of kuch bhi chahiye to you order it from Swiggy, order it from Zomato, and order it from Zepto and Blinkit, and boom, it's there. So I think that is one classic example of something which is the so-called, I would say, in the last 6 to 9 months.
Okay.
The flavor of the season for everybody has been this 10-minute food delivery.
Sure.
And everybody has had to latch on to that to deliver solutions. Because some of the consumption has shifted from at least in the big metros where the 10-minute delivery is established, where we've seen that the QSRs have also slowed down their outlet expansion.
Okay.
They've also moved to tier 3, tier 4 for 2 reasons. One is because the opportunity came, but also because the market for the classic QSRs in Bombay, Delhi, Bangalore has slowed down because people have shifted the consumption away from them, not only into ordering in at home, but also doing this bizarre 10-minute experience. Abhi ka abhi chahiye.
What's happening abroad, right? What's one global trend which is specific to, India, which looks interesting to you? I mean, beyond, of course, the whole spices and fusion, because there's US, Europe, Middle East. All of these regions have huge Indian diaspora. What's looking exciting to you out there?
Yeah. So one very interesting trend is the hottest expanding cuisine in the United States, funnily enough, is Indian right now.
Wow,
there's an absolute revolution going on with the Indian food in the US. And there are more chain Indian restaurant chains in US already than there are in India, which are 25 or more outlets, because US is an ocean, as you know, and the eating out habits are tremendous. So the Indian cuisine is absolutely taking off, not only in fine, of course, New York has got now 3-star Michelin Indian restaurants, and there are, out of some top 20 restaurants, at least 5 or 7 of them are Indian. So that usually what happens is always the fine dining and the Michelin's set the so-called becomes the guiding light, and then trends follow from there. That's the way worldwide it happens. Even we have to track the trends in the Michelin star restaurant. So The very good news, and just happens to be a coincidence while I'm sitting in front of you, is that the hottest cuisine in the US right now is Indian.
Yeah.
And whatever the US does in cuisine will also follow in the rest of the world. So that's the...
How are you latching on to that? Are you supplying anything?
Yes. So we are basically, we already supply to a couple of major retailers in the US. But the change which is happening now is we are working with the food service industry.
Okay.
And gearing up to be the supplier to the... Because currently the Indian restaurant industry has also got to go to Indian grocery stores and has to buy little consumer packs.
Sure.
They don't have solutions for food service.
Okay.
Which is where we come in.